Hello and welcome to Mr. A's Maths A Day. Here is today's question. When you're ready, pause it and give it a go. So today's question is on finding bounds involving multiplication and or powers. So we're definitely into the higher territory now. We're no longer doing foundation. This is definitely a higher question. The mass m grams of a cube with edges of length L, centimetres and density D, grams per centimetres cubed is given by the formula. So they've just given us a formula. They've not asked us to do anything with it. We don't even need to understand what this formula means, I don't think. We'll carry on reading and we'll see if we do. D equals 8, correct to one significant figure. L equals 6.4, correct to one decimal place. If you didn't realise this was a bounds question, this is a bit of a giveaway. We've been given the figures after they've been rounded. Calculate the upper bound of n. Obviously a bounds question then. Give your answer correct to two significant figures, two sig figs. Okay, the starting point. I'm going to draw myself a little grid and I'm going to do the lower bound and I'm going to do the upper bound. I'm going to get some marks this way. If you never know what to do, if you're ever stuck on a bounds question, what I want you to do is to draw this table and do for every number you see. You will definitely get some points then. But anyway, D is correct to one significant figure. L is correct to one decimal place. I need to work out the lower bound and the upper bound. That's been rounded to one significant figure. This is the number that's possibly being rounded. I'm going to round it up by one significant figure. I'm going to round it down by one significant figure. I want the number that appears in the middle. So 7.5, 8.5. My lower bound is 7.5 and my upper bound is 8.5. I'm going to do the same for L. L is 6.4, correct to one decimal place. That's the number that has possibly been changed. Going to round it up by one decimal place. Going to round it down by one decimal place. Again, I want the numbers in the middle. 6.35, 6.45. Lower 6.35, upper 6.45. Could be enough to get you 2 marks, and all I've done is found the upper bound and the lower bound for the figures given in the question. I would always strongly suggest you do this with a bounds question. I want to calculate the upper bound of m. What's m again? I want this to be as big as possible. The upper bound, it wants the upper value this could possibly be before this rounding took place. I think it's fairly obvious if I want this to be upper, the upper bound of m. I want D to be as big as possible and I want L to be as big as possible. So I didn't need these lower bounds, but if I didn't know what to do, it's going to get me possibly a couple of marks. So I always draw that table for every one of these questions. I always draw that table just in case. So I want D to be the upper bound. And I want L to be an upper bound. Remember that L is cubed. I'm going to quickly get out my calculator. I'm going to work this out. 8.5 multiplied by 6.45 to the power 3 gives me 2280.857063. I want it to two significant figures, 1, 2. Going to check the number after, 5 or above. I'm going to give this a shove, that is 5 or above. Going to shove that up by 1. I don't leave my answer as 23. 23 is nowhere near to this. When we're rounded to significant figures, we are basically given a little bit of an estimate. So I replace those other figures with 0. I could put 0.000, but it's pointless at this point. My answer is just 2300. And we're done. Okay, when you're ready, here's today's question. Give it a quick go. Pause the video when you are ready. Please add a comment below. Tell me what you think the answer is. If someone disagrees with you, it would be nice if they could come in and tell you where they think you're going wrong. Let's get a bit of a discussion going. It's not really happening yet, but let's get that going. It would be a wonderful thing to happen. Okay, bye for now. And don't forget, a bad question a day keeps the bad grades at bay.